Good morning. I'm Lee Cato, Vice President for Community Affairs and Small Business Engagement, and it is my honor and pleasure to welcome you to the 5th press conference the Chamber has sponsored for the purpose of honoring the contribution of our small and minority-owned businesses. Why do we want to recognize small businesses? Because they are the backbone of the economy. 3 out of every 4 jobs created in this country created by small businesses. Small businesses, they flourish, believe it or not, during tough times because people are forced to start doing some other things. If they lose their job, guess what? They go to banks, get loans, and they start their own businesses. How do we factor into that? The Chamber of Commerce is here to be of assistance. If you want to start your business, you want to expand your business, whatever it is you want to do with your business, this is the place to start if you need help. And I am so proud that our Chamber of Commerce has been doing programs for the last year to assist small and minority-owned businesses in terms of conferences, and different things we've been doing to assist small and minority-owned businesses. We can't make it without them. It is my pleasure to present some of you know him already because he's a man about town, Mr. John Singerland. John is president of, I'm going to get it right now, Paramedical Health. The reason I want to get it right because I just was a patient over there not too long ago and received superb services. So I didn't want to mess it up. You got it right. But he's also chairman of the board here at the Chamber of Commerce. In other words, he's all of our bosses. Please receive John Singleton.
Thank you. Good morning. What a great way to start the week. And as he mentioned, my name is John Singerling, and I have the blessing and pleasure to serve as the 2017 chairman of the Columbia Chamber. And on behalf of the Columbia Chamber Board of Directors, I am honored to kick off Small Business Week. America's small businesses are responsible for creating nearly 2/3 of all net new jobs in the United States each year and employing more than half of all Americans. Small businesses have always been a vital part of our country's economy, and that is no different here in Columbia. Small businesses support our local economy, they employ our local residents, and contribute to the vibrancy of everything that Columbia has to offer. Your Columbia Chamber is proud of our small businesses, and we continue to celebrate your successes, while at the same time we are working to break down barriers to ensure we create a business-friendly environment. We have an exciting week ahead, and I now turn it over to Columbia Chamber CEO Carl Blackstone, who's going to highlight a few of the specific initiatives that our chamber is working on behalf of our small business community. Thank you.
Hey, good morning. Thank you so much, John. Thank you to all that are here. This is a special week every year that we get to really highlight the small businesses in our community. And so to the city and county officials that are here with us, we thank you. Elliot Cooper, thank you from the federal standpoint and the Small Business Administration. Small businesses, the previous speakers have said, is just the backbone of our economy, and we're doing a lot right in the Midlands of South Carolina. Small businesses are popping up everywhere. This is a great time to be in Columbia. It's a great time to open a business, and so I really want to thank the city and the county for what they're doing to encourage small business growth. The city and the Office of the Ombudsman to help out. The county and their Office of Business Opportunity. There are a lot of things going right, and we need to take a minute and recognize our successes, recognize the success of small business, but also it's time to reflect on what do we need to do better. And so I am encouraged about, we're trying to reduce red tape with businesses and trying to lower our cost of doing business within here in the Midlands to create more opportunities for small business. So it takes a team to do that, and we are honored to have the team behind us. So thank you all for being here. We also couldn't do this Business Week without sponsorships, and so we're really proud to have TD Bank as a sponsor this week. I'd like to turn it over to Shannon Stevens with TD. Shannon?
Thank you, Carl. Thank you, Carl, and thank you to the Chamber for making this week possible. It's an honor for us to be a presenting sponsor, and to all the small businesses out there for making this such a great state to live in. My name is Shannon Stevens. I'm the Regional Vice President for TD Bank. We have roughly about 68 locations across the state, 16 here in the Midlands. As you can tell, we're committed to the state of South Carolina, and small business, as we've all said, is a vital part of not only our community, but many, many families that are around. And being at TD Bank, being involved in that is a huge honor, and we're very privileged to do that. And so this week, I wish everyone huge success, and if we can just make one small business this week successful, it'd be success for us. Thank you. I'd like to turn it over now to Mr. Mayor Benjamin.
Thank you, Shannon. It's always a pleasure to be here at the Columbia Chamber and have a chance to say thank you to all of our small businesses for all the incredible work that's done here. Of course, we know that across our state, nearly 750,000 people are employed by small businesses, employing almost half of the state's entire workforce. We know that entrepreneurship is not easy. It's hard. Many business owners have to occasionally sign both sides of that paycheck and sometimes have to pay their employees and not themselves. So they know they pour their heart and their soul into these businesses. And to take this week to rededicate ourselves to supporting the men and women that make this community special is indeed an honor. We want to thank the Columbia Chamber for its leadership, thank TD Bank for its sponsorship, thank the SBA. Had some time yesterday with the SBA administrator in Washington, D.C., and had a chance to brag on the great team that we have here on the ground here in South Carolina, Elliott. So thank you all for your work. And I want to thank, of course, all of our people at the City of Columbia and at Richland County. We are indeed a region that is to be envied because we're working together to make sure we create the most talented, educated, and entrepreneurial city and region in the world. So I want to thank everyone. God bless you. I'm going to yield to my friend and colleague, Sam Davis, the chairman of our Economic and Community Development Committee, who I believe has a presentation. Mr. Davis?
Good morning. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And we do appreciate your leadership, which was recognized this weekend. I think everybody knows what I'm talking about. But everything that we're doing today to celebrate small business is evident as you drive through this city, as you look at the city core, as you look at the development that's now heading north. And so we do have an appreciation to always give thanks to the men and women who work and the entrepreneurs who take the leadership and always show that the risk in Columbia is worth it. That said, this celebration calls for a proclamation. And there are a number of thereas and therefores, but I'll just skip a few and get to the bottom line. But whereas America's progress has been driven by pioneers who think big, take risks, and work hard. And whereas the President of the United States has proclaimed National Small Business Week every year since 1963 to highlight the programs and services available to entrepreneurs through the U.S. Small Business Administration and other government agencies. Now, therefore, I, Steve K. Benjamin, Mayor of the City of Columbia, along with my fellow members of the Columbia City Council, do hereby proclaim April 30th through May 6th, 2017 to be National Small Business Week in the great city of Columbia, and urge my fellow citizens to recognize and participate in this observation. I present.
Yeah, let's get over to the side a little bit.
I'm the shortest, I don't have that problem.
All right. Thank you.
mayor and council members, since there were two of them, they forgot the next thing to do on the agenda. So I will do the honor of presenting our illustrious chairman of Richland County Council, Ms. Joyce Dickerson, who will come in her own way and represent Richland County Council.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning. Y'all need to wake up. The reason why I say that, because everyone know that I am not a morning person. So if I make any blunders, you know I'm still asleep. But I want to thank the chamber. I want to thank Carl Blackstone, TD Banks, and TD Bank, and all of the members of the chamber, and all of the small businesses who are represented here today. I want to thank you for all of your contributions to the workforce in Richland County. It is indeed an honor and a pleasure to be here to support you all for your hard work during this week. Richland, and on behalf of Richland County Council, I have my councilwoman here. She's with me. I'd like Jeanette McBride to come up. No, And on behalf of the 11 members that we have, and you see two of the most powerful women standing here before you, we are here to make sure that women businesses are really, really at the forefront, because we know that they struggle sometimes a little bit harder. But the fact, we are here to support you, and we are just so glad again for the contributions that you make to our county, our state, and our nation. Without you, we could not really survive. So we're just so happy. So on behalf of Richland County Council and the 11 members, and Jeanette McBride, my counterpart right here, we're just kind of bonded together. And I am going to recognize you this week on the state of South Carolina and the county of Richland. This is a proclamation to recognize May 1 through 4th, 2017 as Small Business Week. And like Sam Davis, I would not read all of the whereases, but I might. It just depends. But it said, whereas Small Business Week is a time to set aside to acknowledge our small businesses for the contributions they have made to our community. And whereas small businesses are the core of every city, maintaining traditional values while providing fresh ideas, new jobs, and create flexibility. And whereas small businesses fall into either part-time or full-time operation, but are almost exclusively run by self-employed entrepreneurs like many of you that we are honoring today. And whereas small businesses represent a tradition and hardworking, dedicated individuals living the American dream to provide their families the opportunity for their neighborhoods to be valuable contributions to the community. And now I'm going to skip all the way down and go like, now therefore, let it be proclaimed that Richland County Council Chairwoman Joyce Dickerson of District 2 of Richland County do hereby proclaim May 1st through the 20th, I'm still in April, May 4th, 1st through the 4th, 2017 as Small Business Week. And it's signed and sealed by Joyce Dickerson and our clerk, Michelle Only. And so we thank you for everything, and I thank you for allowing us the opportunity and the privilege to be here with you this morning. And before I forget, my next job will be to introduce Reggie Anderson, but I'm going to give you the proclamation first. Yeah, but I'm going to do that first. Come on. Thank you.
John.
Come over here. No. Very good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now you want to present your next.
And with that said, it is my pleasure to introduce Reggie Alexandra.
Thank you, Council Chair. Good morning, everybody. It's certainly my pleasure to be here. As I was reflecting on what comments I might want to share with you this morning, I certainly wanted to thank the SBA in particular for establishing this week to recognize our small businesses. I also thought about the business that I have, You know, about 3 years ago, we opened our doors in a small red brick strip mall out in the Rosewood area. When we opened those doors, there was only 2 businesses, or should I say 3 businesses there, and one of them was on the way out. In those 3 years, in that time period, we have seen our business significantly increase. But more importantly, we have seen every shop in that strip mall become occupied and the owners of those businesses become stable. This is an exciting time, exciting time. Several of those businesses were helped by our City of Columbia Office of Business Opportunity. The Richland County Business Service Center has been instrumental in helping a lot of our businesses. We certainly want to recognize them and keep them in mind. Just to kind of close things out, I want to make sure that you're all aware and invited, know that you're invited to the events upcoming this week. Tomorrow here at the Chamber, we will be having some sessions providing educational opportunities and networking opportunities. In the morning, those involving government contracting services, and in the afternoon, we're going to be looking at local contracting opportunities for small businesses, the mom and pops, to become involved with our small, medium, and large corporations. On Wednesday, please join us down at the Convention Center with Elliott and the Small Business Administration as they do their events in recognition of this week. And we certainly again want to invite you to the Convention Center on Thursday to join the City of Columbia and the Office of Business Opportunity in celebrating this week and taking advantage of the learning and network opportunities. Thank you.
Thank you, Reggie. I'm going to go off script here for just a moment because I think it merits going off script. Mr. Mayor, you want to come forward? You know, I couldn't think of a better way for the initiation of the luncheon of National Small Business Week than to look on TV and see our mayor being recognized nationally. What better way to do it? And I want to ask John Singleton and Carl Blackstone to come on up here. We're going to congratulate you together because you're just an outstanding guy. And in my next life, I want to be like you. Any more comments?
No, sir, no more.
Carl, you want to talk about the golf tournament? No? Well, we have some exciting activities planned for the rest of the week. Culminating with the golf tournament, the Chamber of Commerce, you know, we can order a sunny day, and we're going to do that for Thursday so everybody can have an opportunity to come out and play golf, have fun, and meet new friends, and et cetera, et cetera. So again, I want to thank all of you all for coming.